So, hello again, friends. I'm back, Chris. And continuing with my story, I would like to tell you more about the companies I work for and the highs and lows, the ups and downs that happened there, and what I felt and what more could have been done. So, a company run for people, be it having products or services, has to focus on keeping its customers and shareholders happy, and also thinking about its employees and a way to cross the basic break even money that you're putting into your resources for your products. You should get it back, you should make a few little profit, you should be able to pay your employees. So I started my professional life in a five-star hotel where all kinds of important people come to live. I'm sure you know, all VIPs and all. And I learned there that customer is always right, that in hospitality it's always there, a customer is always right. And escalation and transparency of data is very important because I remember I missed a few things and I don't know, escalated to my managers and later on it became a big issue, not just me, a lot of other people. And plus it's a huge firm, there are small mistakes that you keep making. But again, in the five-star hotel, one thing I learned was grooming was a very important factor in the hospitality industry, as the reputation of the brand is at stake. And when working for a big brand, we have to keep in mind that every action that we take and it will have consequences. You miss a small thing, they're important people. Some, I'm sure a lot of them are cranky. I wouldn't say that, but yeah, some of them are. They're pretty cranky and they need their stuff to be done as soon as possible. And if not, they'll be complaining to the managers because not just the managers, the owner of the hotel who has different chains all across the world, they'll call them up straight because again they're also important people. I'm sure most of them know the owners as well. So basically what happens is working in an established firm you have basic guidelines you have to follow working and it teaches you to be ethical and have values for each others and for others time and effort as well. When you have a bunch of people working, we need to be more assertive and follow the guidelines of the company. We were trained a whole week about the brand and how it started and all the important people in the hotel. We were then again trained for a month at the front office and taught about what we had to do. And yeah, and there were basic procedures we had to follow because there are a few checks that are made for inside the hotel. Outside people, they rate the hotel according to the service they've got, and there are a few guidelines they even check. So we were trained for a lot of time. There were a few basic procedures we had to follow, and overall the hotel did a pretty well job and received various awards for being the best hotel in India. There was a really good team of managers working around in the hotel, and uh, yeah, one thing I would say the hospitality industry, innovation and technology is very important because everything from booking rooms and making people stay comfortably through their services, through phone calls or messaging, flight booking, small services, calling up a cab, anything, technology is very important because no one likes to wait, even we don't like to wait. We have to service so many guests that come in every day and we have to keep servicing them. Like we have a time frame of 2 minutes to 3 minutes. I have to tell them everything, and technology is a very important part. So I learned that a good leader is one who takes responsibility for their actions and tries to make everyone work together as a team and not just as individuals. Because then the team doesn't go anywhere. People come there working for themselves and they go home. That's not how a company works. I had a great time learning about the hospitality industry. I worked there for a year, but then I realized, like I said before, I need to venture outside. I need to see more what's happening outside. But yeah, in the hospitality industry, I used to look at the sales and marketing team, understand what they're trying to do, and enjoy their work. So after that, I did join the sales and marketing team. That was providing in the practical knowledge to the law industry, to students and professionals. So at the end of September 2014, I joined the firm as a sales and marketing executive, and the company was started in 2007. It was a very small company. It was a startup. We had different programs, and the ones they introduced were just at the development stage when I joined the firm. So my first job was to market the program, to tell people, call them up and explain them, alright, this is what we're offering in the wild and this is how it will help you out. And I had to call everyone from students to graduates to law professionals to professors. I was in touch with everyone. So the firm organized workshops at different colleges and law schools around the country and collected data for the programs to be explained and if possible sold to them. So the programs were recognized by top law firms and covered a very small area of the market. Like we were making break even, but we had to expand our market. So we started having these workshops, we started telling people about these programs and be in constant touch with them as much as possible. And all we had to do, like throughout the country, we just had to increase our market size by 30% to look for potential investors who would be willing to put in money into the firm. So working together with the company, we start marketing our programs through social networks and create a database for future business purposes. So again, innovation and technology plays a very important role in this. It wasn't as well established and we didn't need technology as much as the hotel did, but in this we needed more of internet, emails, messages, phone calls. So again, that is again technology. So yeah, when I started in the company, we were at the low time, we started building our programs, and in the next 1 year we did a pretty good job. A lot of people started knowing about our programs. We had different events all around the country and promoted the programs. So when I started there again, the company, like I said, was just a startup. We used to work in Excel sheets of collecting thousands of data of people. But then again, technology helped us out. We got a CRM to have better experience to manage our databases and provide a better experience for them and for us as well. So the company believed in working together towards the company aim and look for potential investors, and it was a pretty good experience because in a startup you get to learn a lot of things. Because everything is built from the start, and you get to learn. You work with the operations team, you work with your faculty, you work with all different teams, and you work together instead of a big firm where you just manage your small team and there are thousands of different teams working for different things. So yeah, I left the firm again in 2015 to come here to do my masters at JCU, and I learned how startups and large firms work differently and how their day-to-day routines are different and guidelines are different. But one thing I would say is, yeah, we all look for profits and potential investors and have a good time. So I learned a lot from my experience and qualified leaders in my days of work, and I look forward to applying everything I learned in my MBA in the near future. Hopefully, this will be my last sem, and from next year onwards, I'll look for a good job, and hopefully, I'll make this college and myself proud. Let's see what happens. So that was all. Thank you so much, and see you again.